Hey Paul, I just wanted to make this quick video to add some context to the spreadsheet that I'm sending over. So in this first tab here, you'll see I listed all of the URLs for your Locksmith client. And from Ahrefs, you can see here the domain rating. So pretty much on a scale of 0 to 100, how much authority does that particular website have? And the higher that domain rating is, the easier it is for that site to rank and rank new pages. Column C, that's just the Ahrefs rank. Column D, that's actually the number of websites that are pointing back to each site. And then the do follow, this is a subset of this column, this number in this column. These are the websites that are actually sending link juice to that website. And so this is fair. This should never equal this, but you want to make sure that you have a good mix of do follow and no follow. Otherwise, you're going to have an unnatural looking backlink profile. So I also added a second tab here, and these are websites that are ranking on the first page organically for Houston Locksmith. And so when I analyze the SERP, let's see. Yep. When I analyze the SERP, so your client is actually doing really well. They have two Google My Business, or I'm sorry, Google Map Pack listings here, the first two. So that's great. So they're probably getting a good percentage of this traffic for Houston Locksmith. One recommendation I have is to encourage them to improve the rating for this profile. You can see it's 3.8. They can get that over a 4, that would be great, and that would just be kind of more credibility for their business. But nonetheless, they're doing very well in the map pack. For the organic listings, they do have a site ranked at number 5. So what I did in this second tab, I did the same analysis for the other sites that are linking well organically. And so what I see here is that for the most part, the domain ratings are really high. So if you do want more of those sites to rank from the first tab, I suggest that you work on improving the domain rating. And I see in the domains column, compared to the first tab, some of these sites, have a really large number of websites linking back to them. So I would say if you're looking to improve the domain rating, that would be the first kind of priority, getting more backlinks from high authority websites. So those websites, they can either be niche relevant, so related to Locksmith or related to any type of customer he has, whether that's residential, commercial, auto, emergency, whatever. Sorry about that. So I suggest that you go ahead and build backlinks from websites within those niches. So even safes, if you can find some websites about safes that you can get backlinks from, that would be great. So pretty much any service that he offers and any demographic, try to get backlinks from those websites. The second type of links you want to go after are local relevant links. So links from websites here in Houston or that are about Houston would be a great way to go. You want to look at citations. So what are their listings looking like on Yelp, on Yellow Pages, do they have a Facebook business page? There's probably 100 to 150 websites I would look at for citations. And that would probably be the most efficient way to improve the domain rating so that some of those other websites can rank well in Google. Now, other than backlinks, there are a few other things that you need to take a look at. So website content. So does he have really good site content? Does he have good long form content? When I say long form, I recommend at least for Houston, where it's really competitive, I would recommend at least 2,500 to 3,000 words. At least have one pillar page that really goes into detail about their locksmith services and pretty much answers any question that they have. So, one way you can figure out what questions people are asking, just do locksmith services. Let's see if we can find a feature snippet. Yeah, so these are some good questions. So this little section here is called the featured snippet. And so these are questions that people commonly ask about locksmith services. So you can go in here and write out an answer for each of these questions and then post it to his website. And you would post these questions as heading 2 tags, and then you will wrap all of this, the question and the answer, in FAQ schema. So I'm happy to provide more insight on that offline if needed. But you see here, once I click through to this question, it populated this list of more questions. So just go through this, figure out what's relevant to his services, and then try to incorporate more instances of Houston. And I think that would be a great way to kind of build up the content on the website. So other than content, going back here, where we're at. On-page and technical SEO. So making sure that his title tags, his meta descriptions, his alt tags are all optimized for keywords, and making sure that there's proper internal linking between different pages on his website. So I have a whole workflow that I usually go through for that part. Happy to share if needed. For the technical part, make sure that his website is mobile friendly. And it's not just a yes or no if it's mobile friendly, but maybe just check it out on your phone. Check out all his websites on your phone. And, just make sure that, everything is in place. Nothing is difficult to read. Nothing is difficult to click. And that can really help improve user engagement, which will help with rankings. Another important element to look at for technical SEO is your site load speed. So I would recommend as a kind of starting point that his site load speed be between 2 and 3 seconds. That's going to ensure that users, they're getting a really good experience. And if they're having a good experience, it's likely that they're going to stay longer on their website. They're going to go to more pages, and those all send positive user engagement signals to Google. And then my final point here is semantic analysis. So doing a correlation analysis for his websites and the other sites that are ranking on page 1, and just looking at the different things that the good ranking sites have in common. Now, this isn't necessarily direct effect on good rankings, but it can kind of give you a strategy to try to replicate on those sites that aren't ranking on page 1. And again, this is something I can help with. Just reach out if you have any questions on that part. So, Paul, I hope this video has been helpful. I'll wrap it up there, but just reach out if you have any questions. Thanks.